to my live stream. Today we are going to finish up the Hinterlands, grab a couple companions, go to the Storm Coast, and maybe fight a dragon. I'm actually hoping for the dragon part, but I'm not sure if that's going to happen because I think we would need to wrap up the there's one other area too, I forget the name, but maybe we'll get to it. Maybe we'll see. Any who do come in here and begin to watch this, you should check out some of my last videos. They're long, I know, but and I don't provide much commentary, but I try to provide the necessary commentary. You know, talk a little bit, keep things a little bit interesting. You know, hopefully we'll continue that. Yeah, and like I said, again, my last broadcast, everything that I say regarding characters and stuff that's happening will be just important stuff. No spoilers. So I'll keep it that. And yeah, let's start it back up. So last I left off, there was Liliana here. She was telling me about the warden who is over in the Hinterlands. So I guess we're gonna go to him. And there's also Iron Bull, who was who wants to show off his mercenaries. So he is actually in the Storm Coast. That's where we're gonna head to. Jarby's recipe, awesome. Now you see, this is the other place. This place is called. Actually, does not say. There we will go last if we have time today. First, let me wrap up.
Let's see what we have.
This. There's also this area, but we are not going to venture there for a while because those shards I've been collecting. Once you collect all of them, there's a temple that opens up. So I figure we'll wait till we have most of them, if not all, before we venture there. Gives you some cool stuff. Yeah, let's pick Josephine.
Let us begin.
Okay, so I guess what we're going to do right now is first we're going to finish the Hinterlands. So we got 5 companions. Actually, well, yeah, I guess we're going to go. I was going to equip Vivian. Just got her too. First, let's pick my... yeah. Now with these trials, there are those enemies that are really strong. Now, the other thing is with that dragon, it's a level 15 thing, like I've said. We also may stop short because, or at least not level up my character past 10, because although we may be able to fight the dragon in this portion, once you get to the place Skyhold, which is the next area of residence, well, that area does not. You need to. It starts at level 10. So any levels past that, it's like you need that stuff, but at the same time, it's kind of wasted. I feel because you want some of those abilities you can get your specializations and stuff, and it's quite helpful. Hook and tackle. Let's see what does this do. Oh, that is really cool. let's see, which one? Yeah, let's give her explosive shot. The thing is, right now, I haven't progressed far enough into the game to really get good armors for my companions. See, over here, Hushed Whispers. That's, alright, this is the mages here. We should talk to them. So we still have quite a ways to go. This area is like your main area in the game. And still we have these rifts. We'll deal with those later, though, in this one here, because they are a lot stronger. They have a lot stronger enemies. First, I guess what we'll do is, actually, this is the closest. Let's go here first. Yeah, helping out Vivian with one of her side quests. I guess you can consider this a part of, if you want to compare this to Mass Effect, a loyalty mission, I guess. And just a small one. I guess each, if I remember correctly, each character gets one that's pretty serious. But later on, actually they get a couple. Hers is right now is just collecting these tomes first. Then it's some other ones. I won't reveal that until we get later in the game, you know. For those of you that may, you know, might pass me in playing or past this point, but not to the point where she gives you that, you know. How do we get up there? Oh yes, I remember. Nope, can't fit with my horse. Ah, bummer. Now, when you see me, like, jumping, or, like, doing certain attacks, randomly out of the blue, like, it's my big one is, like this, or this. I didn't even intentionally do, the first one. It's because there are other games that require other controls. So, as you may guess, I always press those, you know, by accident. And, yeah, sometimes it can get me in a situation. Not used to the X button being the jump button. I mean, it used to be the jump button in, like, every game that you would play, but now it's just changed to, like triangle, you know, which is like, wow, that's kind of weird. Cleared there. So I guess the next, let's get this out of the way, because we just have to go talk to the guy. I actually think I may be able to equip Cassandra now. With, yeah, no, this is, here she goes. That I can with this, new, lovely armor. Much better than her current one. Chew. Excuse me. Trailblazing. Alright, talk to this guy now.
If those refugees are going to defend themselves, they'll need real defenses. I've got a few ideas.
I've built watchtowers in the areas you recommended.
Nicely done. That'll give both your refugees and our farmers some warning next time trouble pays a visit. I'll speak to the master and have weapons sent to your people at the crossroads.
So now we talk to this guy, Master Dennett.
Elena says you got rid of those demon-cursed wolves. Should be safer for our farmers now. You've held up your end of our bargain, Inquisition. You'll have my whole stable and good hands to go with it.
You sent your stable hands and your horses to the Inquisition. What about you?
Well, you've cleaned up the area, and I can't say I'm not tempted. Still, it feels wrong to abandon my land to go play horsemaster again.
Are you Andrastian? This is a matter of faith. The Maker would want the best to join us.
I've heard some things about you lot. Can't say I'm not interested in what it all means. All right, Inquisition. I'll look to your horses myself. Never let it be said that Redcliffe gave less than the best. Just let me settle matters here and say goodbye to my wife. I'll meet you at Haven.
All right. Well, accidentally with those controls. So now it looks like going here and getting this warden. Now, the thing is, the truth of the matter, this next warden, well, see, you're allowed to level your characters any which way you want, and when you first see him, he's got a two-handed sword, but then, as you know, he's a warrior. See, I messed up the controls again. The thing is that, honestly, I'm not sure what his main weapon is supposed to be. Is it a two-handed sword? Is it a shield and sword? Because, like, I guess when you get him, he has just a shield and sword. So yeah, I'm unsure of it. But then he does use a shield, so it's so confusing. Like all the other characters, it's very blatant what their classes are and stuff, and their weapon types. But his is not. I think he's over here. Ah, yep, here he goes. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're about to meet this guy. See, look, you see his shield and sword here.
Remember how to carry your shields. You're not hiding,
I
you're
think he has a
holding.
two-handed sword.
Otherwise, it's useless.
Blackwall? Warden Blackwall?
You're not. How do you know my name? Who said that? That's it. Help or get out. We're dealing with these idiots first. Conscripts, here they come! Hold the wall, men!
See, here we go. He's got a two-handed sword. So it confuses me as to what his weapon is.
Sorry, bastards. Good work, conscripts. Even if this shouldn't have happened, they could have... Well, thieves are made, not born. Take back what they stole. Go back to your families. You saved yourselves.
This guy, admittedly, is one of my favorite characters.
You're no farmer. Why do you know my name? Who are you?
I've been called a lot of things lately by a lot of people.
Well, I'm talking to you. Stop dancing.
We're Inquisition, trying to find out why the Wardens disappeared and if it had anything to do with the Divine's murder.
Maker's balls. The Wardens and the Divine. That can't... No, you're asking so you don't really know. First off, I didn't know they disappeared. But we do that, right? No more blight, job done. Wardens are the first thing forgotten. But one thing I'll tell you, no Warden killed the Divine. Our purpose isn't political.
So where are the rest of you?
I haven't seen any Wardens for months. I travel alone, recruiting. Not much interest because the Archdemon is a decade dead, and no need to conscript because there's no blight coming. Treaties give Wardens the right to take what we need, who we need. These idiots forced this fight, so I conscripted their victims. They had to do what I said, so I told them to stand. Next time they won't need me. Grey Wardens can inspire. Make you better than you think you are.
I wasn't aware Grey Wardens could take whatever they want.
It's complicated. If there's a blight, everyone has to help the effort to fight it. The treaties are ancient. Outside of blights, it's as binding as a clever tongue can make it.
Do you have any idea where the other Wardens could have gone?
Maybe they returned to our stronghold at Weishaupt? That's in the Anderfels, a long way north. I don't really know. Can't imagine why they'd all disappear at once, let alone where they'd disappear to.
Why haven't you gone missing like the rest of them?
Well, maybe I was going to. Or maybe there's a new directive, but a runner got lost or something. My job was to recruit on my own. Plan to stay that way for months. Years.
It's been a pleasure, Warden Blackwall, but this didn't help at all.
Inquisition. Agent, did you say? Hold a moment. The Divine is dead and the sky is torn. Events like these, thinking we're absent is almost as bad as thinking we're involved. If you're trying to put things right, maybe you need a Warden. Maybe you need me.
The Inquisition needs all the support it can get. But what can one Grey Warden do?
Save the fucking world if pressed. Look, maybe fighting demons from the sky isn't something I'm practiced at. But show me someone who is. And like I said, there are treaties. Maybe this isn't a blight, but it's bloody well a disaster. Some will honor them. Being a Warden means something to a lot of people.
Warden Blackwall, the Inquisition accepts your offer.
Good to hear. We both need to know what's going on. And perhaps I've been keeping to myself for too long. This Warden walks with the Inquisition.
Alright. Awesome. Now we've got Warden Blackwell. Let's add him to the party just for a little bit. And then let's add Vivian too. Just give him some items, you know. They haven't been upgraded at all. Let's see. So with his weapons, see, he's got that sword. See, but now it looks, he used it like a two-handed sword, and it's so confusing to me. The other thing is, I like using this guy more so than Cassandra, believe it or not. Here goes this. It's a lovely looking armor color. So now, the thing is, he's going to need to be leveled up pretty nicely too. So I guess we'll see. Now let's go to Vivian first. She can use, I guess, this ice staff. Yep, good thing I didn't get rid of it. That would have been bad. For her armor, it's 53 spirit resistance. maybe I shouldn't have gotten rid of that one coat, you know? Alright, so we've got that. Now we just gotta upgrade them. So we're gonna level this guy similarly to, so we got shield wall and a payback. To Cassandra, we need war cry. That's a must. Need that. We need untouchable defense, charging bull, trust to steal. This actually sounds. Hang on. This livid sounds quite helpful, actually. The more foes nearby, the harder you fight and the tougher you get. That's something, yeah. I did not know that was actually an ability. It's really cool. So the thing is that when we go back to camp, we have to take some of the equipment from our other characters. I believe I think every mage should have that and this peaceful aura, because that makes it where they're less of a threat. This is also, I think, a must. Now, the thing is that she's the type of mage where I feel like she's an attack mage. So, I feel she should be... Yeah, I feel she should have both of these. Ooh. So yeah, we're giving her ice heavy because that whole intro when she used that, I feel like she could also use some of these magics. But I guess we'll give her that later. Right now we're level 8, so I mean, like I was saying, because max level is 10 before. Not that it's max level, but it's 10 when you start getting your upgrades. I feel like I personally may not level my character past that, which I hope my enemies won't be too much stronger, because that would make it not fun. But I feel like I should be able to start grabbing my upgrades, you know. Alright, so although we could go and continue the Hinterlands, what I'm going to do first is I need to edit my party. So we're going to head back here, tweak the party around a bit, the one I'm going to be using, and then yeah, we'll leave it at, we'll tweak it around a bit. I know right now I'm going to change a lot of party members, so I do want everybody to stay leveled, or about the equal defense and stuff, offense. Although it's a little hard right now. But there are characters I don't use, although I'll try to use them, so you can get a broad variety of dialogue and all that stuff. Now we're gonna do that first. Actually, the editing the characters, like I mentioned. See, because we've got a couple new weapons. We've got like this brilliant staff here. Don't need that. Although, let's see, scout mail. Let's see if we need that. Varric has Carta coat. We're gonna give her that. Got Vivian. Solus. Alright, now because I'm not really going to be using him too often right now, I'm going to take that out. Like I said, I've played this game enough times to know where certain dialogue is for certain characters, which I feel like enhances the story. So I will be switching between these people. We've got Sarah. Let's give her that ring because we're using her right now. Alright, so now we got to go to Cassandra. See, she's great, but I need this rally and I need this charging bull. And I also need this. I feel bad taking all her equipment away, but I don't use her much because although she's great, I feel like dare I give her challenge, or dare I give her, because there's a whirlwind which is going to be helpful for our two-handed friend. I feel challenge would also be helpful for him. Yeah, so I guess we'll save those rings for him. We can give her shield bash, so she at least gets something. See, it all depends on how you want to level your characters too, because the thing is, depending on the character you start out with, I always am of the belief that you should have 2 warriors. A good balanced party is 2 warriors, a rogue, and a mage, because it balances out nicely. You got your rogue, who can lay damage from afar with her here. Or you can use, your rogue, who's just... I think you need 2 ranged. You need 2 ranged. And 2, up close. Because, or unless you have a range, you can do wide area of effect attacks. I think that you should. Like, my character cannot yet. I don't think my character is a single target character. But you need someone like him to hold all the other characters, divert the attention to him, let's see. Yeah, just, you want to mess, I guess, with your makeup, find out what works best for you. Although, I do know some that, are much more helpful, Much more, party makeups that are much more helpful than others.
They're magnificent.
See, we do have this. That horse looks cool. And we have this. And I know I have my unicorn and all, but I feel like... Yeah, this thing's...
Better than what you ride in Arnsberg?
Well... You noble boys never change.
Smithing is hot work. Here.
Sarah, here we go. What does she have equipped? Look at that. Better than her previous armor minus the constitution. But, you know, gives her a little handguard. I should actually, like I said, I'm altering these characters, so Cassandra should actually lose this armor and trade it with Blackwall. Because right now, Blackwall will be my primary tank. Ah, look at that cool pointy arm. Got Vivienne. Yeah, she can't. Hers can't be edited. Same with Solus. Norkin Barracks. So it goes back. Alright, now we modify the weapons. Always stay on top of this, by the way. Always. Because, I've learned you will regret it if you don't. See, now, although this sword I think is fine, for her. Sarah has this lovely thing. Blackwall's got his other sword. We got Vivienne with her. We got Solus.
Another time.
See, I've still been looking for to craft a much better staff, but I don't have the equipment. Oh, now here are the armors. Remember that I was mentioning. This is the enchanter coat. Just changes on the inside. The sturdy enchanter coat. See, now, I guess the current one I'm using gives, let's see the defense. 94. Let's see. See, now, although I could craft this and it actually would be better. Truth of the matter is, this gives a, see that utility. The thing is, when you get armor, here's another heads up. You could increase your defenses, but you could also increase utility. I think utility is best because the thing is with utilities, watch this, so you get willpower, you get stat bonuses, and the stat bonuses are what really makes up your armor. So the truth of the matter is, let's see, does this, see, these don't. But it should be, and then we have what? this thing. So this one gets it varies. Ah, but we do have better arms and legs. This is something. See, now, do we have utility? No, we don't. But, it, you know, it's still, let's see. Magic defense, I think, is a big thing. So you get heal bonuses. That's just for potions and stuff. See, or spirit resistance. There are enemies that do spirit damage. But thinking about it, spirit damage is not something that you have to worry too much about. If anything, it'd be better with fire resistance or ice. I think fire, especially. But I do think the magic defense is a very helpful thing. So we're going to craft that. See, cold resistance. That is something I believe is very helpful. 15% still, I think, across the board. Except here, boar hide. Bear hide. Now, normally I would say you don't want to use your tier 2s just yet. But, you see, bear hide's actually really easy to come across. Just kill those bears. Some of these other ones are a little bit more difficult at this point in the game. So we're actually going to use this bear hide. And hey, more magic defense can't hurt, you know. Never hurts, actually. See, now I've got like a full set of armor with 12 magic defense, 18% cold resistance. That's good, because there are certain enemies that we will see. The enemies that give you the biggest pain that I've noticed will do cold damage. They will do cold damage, fire damage, and electrical damage. Those are the ones that hurt you the most. So you do, I feel like you do, if you're going to go defense for resistances to, you know, elements, you want to go with those. Spirit resistance is helpful, but there aren't too many enemies that use spirit, that do spirit damage. And the ones that do, they don't have that high defense, so you kill them off relatively quickly. If anyone, though, wants that defense, because they usually appear in large numbers, I would say you give them to a tank, you know, that then would be much better. See, we have that extra one now. See, I could also, let's see if we can give another character an armor, because we've got mine with this. Doesn't look bad either. I like it so far. Sarah's got armor 76 resistance. Can we make something better? If we can, then we'll make it. 95. That's actually much better. Normally I'm against making, like I said, I'm against making armor this early in the game, but these materials right now, these tier 1 ones, are really easy to come across. So it's fine. You just don't, I think you don't waste tier 2. I like this one, I guess. Which one? This is a little bit better too. Ah, see, if we had more bear hide, I could actually give her 112, which I feel like I may. Yeah, you know what? I think we're going to go do that. We're going to go gather some bear hide for her.
Another time, then.
First, we'll sell those things. Now, let's see. With the bear hide, we can gather some of that. Actually, let's see about retrofitting all my characters. With better armor. Mine is cloth. So tier 2 would be 136. It's actually rather good. The only thing is, and this ring velvet, I'm not exactly sure where to find that. Cloth, I think, is rather hard to find. Leather, on the other hand, is not. So we'll go kill some bears. But first, we'll talk to our lovely companions. Oh, here goes one, Blackwall.
Maker, look at it. So much easier to ignore when it's far away. And to actually walk out of it, to be that close.
If I hadn't been saved by the Inquisition soldiers, I don't know what would have happened.
Inquisition soldiers? That's not what I've heard. I have to admit, I thought you'd be...
Human?
Yes.
Being up front is better than knife ear.
It was a foolish thought. Should have known better than to say anything. It's what you do and how you do it that's important. Just one question then. How do you think you fit in with all this?
I just want to help stop the war. Try to put things back in order.
A worthy goal, one I'm happy to support. For me, I'll be satisfied so long as we find the bastards that killed the Divine. They owe us some answers. I've heard rumors of abandoned warden camps all over the
Here goes one of those side
If we have
quests I
time,
was
I'd like
talking
to
about.
take a look, see if there's anything we can salvage.
Let's talk about the Grey Wardens. You must know a lot about them.
The Wardens. I'm afraid we're less exciting than we seem.
The Blight's been over for 10 years. What do Wardens do when the world's not ending?
There is still Darkspawn. Just because we killed so many in Ferelden doesn't mean they're gone. And the world is not so peaceful that there's no use for good men with swords. Sometimes you have to figure out for yourself what the pledge to protect others really means. It's not always about just archdemons and blights.
Where were you during the Blight?
I was in Ferelden, on my own like always. Quietly killed my fair share of Darkspawn too.
You haven't had contact with other Wardens for a while. Why were you on your own?
It's what I've always done. Recruitment only requires one man. Besides, I've always been a loner. Works best for everyone that way.
So you have no idea where the rest of the Wardens are?
Do you find that odd? The Blight is over. We don't need an organized force. And orders don't change much from day to day. For the last 1,000 years or so, it's been just find Darkspawn, kill them, repeat as necessary.
Let's continue this at another time.
As you wish. I'll be here if you need me. At your service.
I want to hear more about you.
Compared to yours, my life will seem dull indeed.
Your name, Blackwall, doesn't sound Orlesian. Marcher then. Ferelden.
I was from the Free Marchers originally. Markham. That was a long time ago. Another life.
I hear that many Wardens were once criminals.
You're right. When you join, your past is forgotten, so let's leave it that way.
What did you do before you became a Warden?
I was a soldier, a nobody trained to wield a sword and follow orders. I grew weary of fighting other men's wars.
So you became a Warden?
More or less. Becoming a Grey Warden was the first time I felt like I mattered. The life I led before seems hollow in comparison. Perhaps one day it will fade away.
Why did you join the Wardens?
Because they remember honor and sacrifice. Words that have little meaning to the rest of us. Because they lay down their lives for those they have sworn to protect. We all need to believe there are such men in the world. I needed to believe I could be one of them.
We can continue this discussion at another time.
Very well.
So formal. We can continue this discussion at another time.
Let all repeat the chant of light. Only the word dispels the darkness upon us.
Of course.
Ready for waiting.
I'll be back if I need you.
Go on.
Come to me, child, and I shall embrace you in my arms, life.
Alright. I did that because, see, I'm not a rogue. So, because of that, I can't pick those locks. Only way to get it would be, to, I think, go down there, do that, then go back and talk to Sarah, and Sarah, if I'm not mistaken, will open the doors for you. Because, she's a, a nice elf.
Right. That's why. Sitting and waiting. Great, yeah?
I was wondering.
Speaking of Sarah.
Locks for me.
What, the doors under the chantry?
You know about them.
Places have doors. I just wasn't interested in poking through some sister's breeches. Good to know about you, though. Consider them open, yeah?
So the music in this is pretty good. This is a nice tavern song.
She lives in a tavern, but she was so sharp and quick with a bow. Arrows strike like a dragon. Sarah was never quite the gentlest girl. Her eyes were sharp like a razor, but she knew the ways of common men, and she knew just how to use them. She would always like to say, why change the past when you can own this day? Today she will fight to keep her way. She's a rogue and a thief, and she'll tempt your fate. She would always like to say, why change the past when you can own this day? Today she will fight to keep her way. She's a rogue and a thief, and she'll tempt your fate.
Awesome. Ooh, Hat of the Inquisitor. I wonder what that looks like. Let's see. And not too fond of it. So I think the area that we need to go to is the fallow mire.
Thank you for all that you are doing to help.
I think it's the fallow mire. Or the fallow mire is a area later on in the game. But I guess we'll see.
Let us begin. Let's see what we have.
So, back to the Hinterlands. But we're not going to take your tradition away because it always brings us back to that one camp. You can also fast travel outside of it as long as you don't. Oh, we also we're going to get. Look at that. Where's the gray? So we did need to hunt those bears. Gonna go hunt some of them for Sarah. Let's bring Vivian right now. See how she does in combat. Like I said, am for the whole two warrior thing. But right now, I think it's fine. As we get later on, though, you do need a damage warrior. And I leveled up Cassandra more defense, so she can be switched out with Blackwall. But the damage warrior is going to be Iron Bull when we get him. Which he will be soon. But we don't need him just yet. He's one of my favorite. I think he is my... I'd say he's my favorite character. Him and Sarah. Both of them are great.
Might be something here. Better take a closer look.
Good find.
There we go. Alright, time for some bear hunting. Now, I'm going to turn in on that trial. Don't know what's in store for us with this bear trial. For all I know, I'm about to sign my death warrant. So I'm going to save. Then activate the trial. Where is it? Grizzly End. Alright. This, like I said, might be my death warrant. Never fought one of these bears. Oh, speaking of bears. Now let's see how strong this bear is. Elite bear, 12,000 health. He doesn't seem that bad. I think it's also that I have a fire staff. It's not a great bear though, so I think we're. See, we got the bear hide. Yeah, it's not a great bear, so we don't really have to worry. If we stumble upon any great bears, though, it might be the end of the world. I do know for the achievement, you need to kill 10 of these bears, so I guess we'll kill 10. Just so we get the achievement and get Sarah an adequate number of bear hide. Or an adequate amount of bear hide. Let's hope. Okay, I was about to say, let's hope those aren't bears. I think they're okay to fight them. That blizzard. Thank God there's no friendly fire. But that is an area of effect spell. That looks extremely helpful. Huh, we may not actually need to, we'll hold on to that, but we may not actually need to craft, Sarah an armor thing. Is that bear? Nope. I'm actually quite surprised we can't find any. Normally this place is swarming with bears. Here, bear, 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 bear. Huh, this is very odd. When we got in, we saw a bear almost immediately. Now we're just seeing bandits. It's looking like we may just have to call it quits on our bear hunt here. I do remember playing this game originally, and I know there's another area where bears spawn. But yeah, I do remember playing this originally, and there were so many bears. Like, there's too many bears. You'd fight one, and the next thing you knew, there's 2, 3, 4 bears, and yeah, when you fight that many, it's not fun. Still nothing. This is odd. The only thing I can say, I guess, now is that's my complaint. Is, actually, it's not even really a complaint, but it's just, my teammates are using those AoEs a little, too much. It's too easy now. I say that now, and then watch, difficulty just gets bumped up tenfold. We're headed to the other bear camp. I don't think me doing that bear quest, that one bear quest, had anything to do with the lessening, or lessened the bear population, because those were great bears, and also because the bears, there were only 3 of those bears that spawned, and you needed to just collect the claws, so I think they were just spawned there for quest activity. But I don't know. I do remember before, last time, yesterday actually, those bears are just popping up like there was no tomorrow. I had to avoid them, actually, but the second I go out of my way now to start killing these bears, actually it's like the old gamer thing where when you start looking for something that you actually need, then it doesn't show up. But when you don't want it to show up, that's when it just won't stop. It's quite annoying, actually. Odd, I saw a red dot. There goes a bear. He's actually running from me, ignoring me. God. One of my friends loves bears, and I'm pretty sure were he to be watching this, he'd be really disappointed in me. I'm hoping that is a bear. Yeah, I think it's starting to, the bear population's been thinned out. That trial that might have been that was activated might have, might be the thing that's influencing the number of bears spawning. It could be that because they're stronger, they spawn less. Like in this area alone, there should be, I should have run across at least 10. Oh well, I think I've got enough bear hide anyway. So we're gonna hit back over to here. Or right over there first. Then over there. I'll keep that trial on. I think bears spawn later on. So at least I'm sure they do. So I guess you know, we'll get that achievement eventually. I just wish that I could get more bear hide. Such a cool ability. Ah, back to this place. Oh, of course it's in there. No, it's outside. Ah.
I think the Inquisition could benefit from this.
Now we head to these tunnels. Not sure if I walked into that house. We will see now. I think there's something in there. All right. Ooh, there's a quest over here. Something I missed. Alright, now with this one, this is actually quite a, I feel fun, little thing to bring this guy back. If you read the thing, it says to run around this 3 times. Not even joking, you'll see. I think I'm running in the right direction, or 5. There we go. 4. I just think that a little excessive. All right. I mean, it's good that these characters use their abilities. But look, that one guy, let's use Blizzard. Let's go overkill. It's like, let's make sure he's dead. You know? There is some extra dialogue here with Varric. If you bring him just a little bit, he mentions that Carter shouldn't be here. I would say bring him. Personally, though, I'm alright. Because eventually you do have to come back here. So I think he says it again then, or at least he makes a comment, a different comment if you bring him then.
Taking advantage of the circle's fall to smother Vivian.
Ah, yeah. See, now Vivian, I've never brought her here. She says something different. So all the characters may have something to add, you know. to this. And now onward.
Must be an old deep roads access. It looks ancient.
Now it's a haven for thugs. How charming.
See, I know that the armor is really good, it's helpful and stuff, but I do wish in this game that, I don't know, I guess like they separated, like you see the armor that Vivian has now, I like it, but the thing is it's actually not that great, it's just good for defense bonuses right now. Later on in the game it won't be helpful at all. But I feel like what they should have done with it is separated some of the armor and had it where it's like you have just your this part, the armor, and then you can put like a costume over that, you know, so like you can keep it like this, but at the same time you can edit other stuff. That would be really cool. So you have the defense bonuses from this armor and all the perks and stuff, but you get, it looks cool, you know, because it's really hard to sacrifice the bonuses for aesthetics, you know, and it's not wise in my opinion. It would just be, I feel like it'd be much better if they had the, you know, the change. Okay, so right now, as you will see, this is the reason why I say you need a good party makeup. If you had all mages, you can't get through this wall. You have this guy, he can kick the wall down. And look, you wouldn't have been able to get that lovely armor, or that lovely bomb, you know? Place gives me the chills a bit. Weird.
Darkspawn. How many can we
the
expect to
Darkspawn.
encounter? Black Wolf?
It's hard to say. Keep your guard up.
Uh-oh, there's a big dark spawn down there.
The dark spawn are coming up. Well, let's see it before more join us.
Oh yeah, 'cause that's an effective block. Let's see, hopefully we don't die.
They've been watching our movements.
Ah, perfect level up. I think that's very helpful. All right. Let's hope we don't die.
This outpost must have been abandoned centuries ago, and yet it remains relatively intact.
All right.
Dwarven architecture certainly is sturdy.
Okay, I have no idea how. Okay, let's see. Where's the big guy? Big guy. Ah, so much loot now. Ooh, that bow officer's a whole new 20 attack. Oh, it's weaker. I can't equip it now. All right. The next thing to do is, let's see. Is actually go to Redcliffe, and then we're done. We are done with the well, for the most part, done with the Hinterlands, minus the dragon and the couple of Fade Rifts. We will be done. Now, I don't know. I think I'm feeling heading back to camp once again before we wrap this up. Actually, let's head to the crossroads. You know what? No, we're gonna get to Redcliffe first because it's pretty far from here to there. Let's see.
It's good to have commerce restored. I've many goods here. Wish to trade.
Wow, if I thought the other thing was big.
Fine day to you.
This thing could easily take someone out with its antlers.
Turn back. We can't open the gates until the threat has passed.
Oh, look at that, a rift. Nothing we can't handle. Now, these right here, it only appears in just like this area and one other area. These are little time things where they speed up and slow down time. So you want, at this point, you want to stand in these yellow ones because they speed up time. So everything moves quicker for you. Cooldowns, your attacks. Alright.
What was that? None of my reports indicated temporal distortions near these rifts. Interesting. Something's not right. Stay on your guard.
Make her have mercy. It's over. Open the gates.
We've spread word the Inquisition was coming. But you should know that no one here was expecting us.
No one? Not even Grand Enchanter Fiona?
If she was, she hasn't told anyone. We've arranged use of the tavern for the negotiations.
Agents of the Inquisition, my apologies. Magister Alexius is in charge now, but hasn't yet arrived. He's expected shortly. You can speak with the former Grand Enchanter in the meantime.
Something's not right. We need to talk to the Grand Enchanter.
Alright, and now we are here in Redcliffe. I do like the differences that they have in this compared to Origins. Some of the stuff is the same. Like you can get the layout of the town, but some stuff's different, like this. The windmill. Now the question is how to get up there. Well, that's why I stayed far away from Mario, because I suck at platforming. Third time's a charm. Nope, it's not. I know how to solve this. Aha!
Have you heard? The Inquisition dealt with the rebel Templars. They've been driven away or killed. Yes.
This is the wheelhouse. Okay, I'm not sure if that was... Actually, no, that was in the first game. There are a few new quests now that are going to open up.
I remember the first time the dead walked these lands, when a blood mage poisoned our leman. The ashes of Andraste herself brought the Arl back from his enchanted slumber.
I'll ask around again tomorrow.
Thank you.
The Grey Warden Alistair grew up at Redcliffe. He used to play in the fields outside this very village. And now the boy, who once begged me to make him toy soldiers, rules all of Ferelden. Tell me about your people. They say a spirit dwells in a small lake south of the highway. The girls of the village bring it daisies and ask for love, but rarely does it listen. For 'tis a spirit of valor, not love, and it favors blood lotus flowers.
Right.
I'll ask around again tomorrow.
Thank you.
See, every single playthrough I've always done, I've always helped these villagers in Origins. And I actually wonder how different it would be if you didn't help them. What differences, you know, like with the village. I assume it'd still be here, but like how would the people, would there be less people? You know, like how, just how it would be different, you know?
My apologies. Can I help you?
There are refugees at the crossroads who would benefit from a healer.
Of course they would. These attacks by the Templars have endangered countless innocent lives. But if I go to the crossroads to help, I might end up in danger myself. I doubt those refugees would risk their lives for a knife here. Why should I risk mine for them?
People are afraid right now. I haven't been called knife here as often as I'd expected. Mostly, all the humans say is thank you. I expect you'll find the same, and change some minds in the process.
Right. If the Inquisition soldiers are there, I might be safer regardless. I'll see you at the crossroads soon.
Now, this person here, if you're not an elf, the only way you can get her to help the people at the crossroads is if you have Solus. Other than that, I don't think you can. So you'd have to come back with him.
Goodbye.
Stay safe out there.
Now, as long as you've collected all the herbs that have been popping up, you will have enough to give her to complete all 3 quests she gives you. So the quest is sitting on the table. Just come back to her, talk, and you can complete these fairly easily. I'm not even sure what herbs she needs, but I just know that as long as you've been collecting everything you see, you're fine.
Goodbye.
Thank you so much for your help. A pleasure to see you again.
I found some of the herbs you were looking for.
With this, I'm certain I can save more lives.
Goodbye.
Thank you so much for your help.
See? There you go. The other thing is that there's that quest. All right. See? Completed. Now you've got a few shops that you now have access to once you get here. There's nothing super great, but may help. Let's see, we can look for some supplies. See, like here we get some weapons. Like I said, you can craft a lot. You can craft weapons that are a lot better than this. So you can get some upgrades. These might help though. Although you can't, you have no say in the specializations of them.
In the middle of the war.
What do you need?
See, now this is the best one that you can get at this current level. But it's quite pricey, and although it looks kind of nice, and you have infinite of these. Look, see, abilities cost 10% less. See, these are good. These are really good, and it also gives extra dexterity. Thing is, in all honesty, you don't need this. Yeah, it's great, and it's also scout armor instead of hunter armor, which scout is the next level above. I wouldn't buy it. It's up to you when you get to this point. But you can buy some of these. See, like this Superior Vanguard coat legs, hunter. You've got some of these upgrades. Check to see. Always check for schematics. Because these schematics, yeah, you need them to upgrade your character. See, you've got spindleweed, more of this. And I mean, yeah, it might be annoying to constantly pick this stuff up, but I mean, it'll help you out in the long run instead of having to, with certain quests or just items that, potions and stuff. You'll have extra, it doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt to just take the half a second to gather it,
What if I took flowers to your wife's shrine for you?
I do not know what to say, except thank you. You were Dalish. My sinner and I, we kept to the old ways as we could. Though I know we are as children to you. Her shrine lies on a hill to the west, near the Tablestones. Thank you.
Stay safe.
Walk in peace.
Here goes another salesman. He sells, some of this stuff. These schematics. Some of these schematics are really helpful. See, there's that mall. Keeper staff. I will buy it just because they're cheap. They're cheap and stuff. Jeweled staff blade. Definitely. See, that's got utility. Anything that's got utility, you want. See, sturdy scout coat, scout armor, defender, apprentice. Actually, I would not. I bought the apprentice stuff. I would not buy the apprentice stuff, even though it's rather cheap. Just because, or like defender, I wouldn't buy that. Actually, defender you could buy. I wouldn't buy it. I wouldn't really focus on it, though. I'm going to because it's so cheap. Just because, like right now, this point in the game, it's not, like right now we have the next level. It goes from mages, the lowest to the highest goes from apprentice to enchanter, and then the next one is. It's not battle mage, it's enchanter, and then I'm actually not sure what the highest one is, but enchanter's tier 2. Okay, now here goes our first guest character from the other games.
That's why people hate us. But
here he goes. For those of you
you've heard the story, I guess.
that played Origins,
I can't believe
you'll
King
recognize
Alistair
him.
thought Redcliffe was the right place to send the mages. I mean, he grew up here. Did he think they would just forget what I did to them?
You were behind the siege of Redcliffe 10 years ago.
That's me. The boy with Redcliffe's blood on his hands.
Weren't you possessed? It wasn't you who did those things.
Wasn't it? I let the demon in. Sometimes when I dream, I remember what happened. I see the death and destruction, and it's me. It's all me.
Why isn't Al-Eman in power anymore?
After the lands meet, he stayed in Denerim. I couldn't be his heir, not after what happened. So eventually he passed the title to Uncle Tegan.
How did you end up in the Mage Rebellion?
I was living in the Ferelden Tower when the circles dissolved. I voted against it, but at first it seemed all right. No one was summoning demons. They just wanted to oversee themselves. But then the Magister came, and it's wrong what they do in Tevinter. We are monsters. We need to be controlled. If it wasn't for me, every family in this village wouldn't be missing a son, a daughter, a spouse.
You're not in favor of the alliance with Tevinter?
Alliance? Is that what they're calling it? That Magister threw my uncle out into the street. He signed us into servitude. This is my home. Redcliffe, Ferelden. No matter what evils I've done, I would never have invited Tevinter here.
I need to be going.
Please, talk some sense into the Grand Enchanter. Selling out to the Imperium won't win us any friends. We have to find a way to make peace.
It's kind of depressing how he feels about that. It's one of those things that, like, although you helped him, those of you did in Origins, makes you wonder if maybe it was better killing him.
Every ocularum is made from the skull of a tranquil.
I had wondered what became of those poor souls when the circles collapsed. Now we know.
Every skull was... No, done thinking about it. Done.
I had hoped they were safe with the rebel mages. I see that I was mistaken.
Wow.
Good day. Please, are you with the Inquisition? As you've wandered, have you by any chance seen a ram that is, different? Lord Wolseley wandered off, and he's
Uh-oh.
very
King of all
special.
the Rams.
If you could find him, I'd be most grateful.
What makes your ram so special?
Well, he's always brought the family luck, and his advice helped us make our fortune.
Your ram offered advice?
He's a very special ram.
Your ram has gone missing?
Yes. I'm certain that if he heard his Jimmy missed him, he'd come right back. He's likely at our family's old summer cabin. It's by the lake in the southern hills. If you do find him and send him back, I'd be happy to pay you.
I'll speak with you later.
If you find my ram, please send him home.
May it be with you. Right. That's why.
Good day.
Make us speed.
Now, the person we are about to speak to, I'm pretty sure we will see if we can get them. Because this person, you have to... I know if you have Varric with you, you can get them.
May I help you?
And I think if you have Cassandra.
Are you a Chantry sister?
A lay sister only. I work here to help the poor and extend the Maker's kindness to those who need it. It is very busy work, especially in these times, but let me know if I can ever help you.
I found the letter you sent a Templar named Corin.
What? Shit. You can't prove anything. A letter from a rogue Templar. Nobody is going to care. So, what do you intend to do?
Yeah, so this thing here, you need to bring Cassandra with you. Don't talk to her before then, or else you can't recruit her.
I am Sister Tanner. May I help you?
I don't know. Good day.
So after we wrap this part up, we'll go back to Haven, and then get Cassandra for that, and yeah. Because right now we have Vivian with us, and although Vivian's great and all, it may be better to have that 2-warrior party. We could try that out, you know. Although 2 tanks, nah, you know what? We'll swap out Blackwall for Cassandra.
Welcome, agents of the Inquisition. First Enchanter Vivienne?
My dear Fiona, it's been so long since we last spoke. You look dreadful. Are you sleeping well?
What has brought you to Redcliffe?
We're here because of your invitation back in Val Royeaux.
You must be mistaken. I haven't been to Val Royeaux since before the Conclave.
If it wasn't you who invited me here, who was it?
I don't know. Now that you say it, I feel strange. Whoever or whatever brought you here, the situation has changed. The Free Mages have already pledged themselves to the service of the Tevinter Imperium.
Fiona, dear, your dementia is showing.
As one indenture to a Magister, I no longer have the authority to negotiate with you.
An alliance with Tevinter is a terrible mistake.
All hope of peace died with Justinia. This bargain with Tevinter would not have been my first choice, but we had no choice. We are losing this war. I needed to save as many of my people as I could.
Welcome, my friends. I apologize for not greeting you earlier.
Agents of the Inquisition, allow me to introduce Magister Girion Alexius.
The Southern Mages are under my command. And you are the survivor, yes? The one from the Fade? Interesting.
I haven't seen any sign of Redcliffe's Arl or his men.
The Arl of Redcliffe left the village.
Left? An Arl would never voluntarily leave his seat.
There were tensions growing. I did not want an incident.
I'd like to know more about this alliance between the rebel mages and the Imperium.
Certainly. What specifically do you wish to know?
I'm not clear on when exactly you negotiated this arrangement with Fiona.
When the Conclave was destroyed, these poor souls faced the brutality of the Templars, who rushed to attack them. It could only be through divine providence that I arrived when I did.
It was certainly very timely.
The Grand Enchanter told me she was indentured to a Magister.
Our Southern brethren have no legal status in the Imperium. As they were not born citizens of Tevinter, they must work for a period of 10 years before gaining full rights. As their protector, I shall oversee their work for the Imperium.
What does the Imperium gain from taking rebel mages under its wing?
For the moment, the Southern mages are a considerable expense. After they are properly trained, they will join our legion.
You said not all my people would be military. There are children, those not suited.
And one day I'm sure they will all be productive citizens of the Imperium when their debts are paid.
You're quite a long way from Tevinter, Alexius.
Indeed I am, though I have heard you are no Ferelden either. It seems we are both strangers here. Felix, would you send for a scribe, please? Pardon my manners. My son Felix, friends. I am not surprised you're here. Containing the breach is not a feat that many could even attempt. There is no telling how many mages would be needed for such an endeavor. Ambitious, indeed.
Well, when you're fighting a massive tear in the sky, you can hardly afford to think small.
There will have to be.
Felix. I'm so sorry. Please forgive my clumsiness, my lady.
Are you all right?
I'm fine, Father.
Come, I'll get your powders. Please excuse me, friends. We will have to continue this another time. Fiona, I require your assistance back at the castle.
I don't mean to trouble everyone.
I shall send word to the Inquisition. We will conclude this business at a later date.
Come to the Chantry. You are in danger.
Wow, aren't we secrety?
We'll be careful, but we need to figure out what's going on here.
We don't need your kind here. Your Inquisition's just Templars by another name.
You'd rather bow to Tevinter than join the Inquisition.
Don't tell me you bought the Chantry's lies about how evil Tevinter is. It's just because they're ruled by mages. No one wants us to look at them and say their mages are free and the world hasn't ended.
But don't Magisters summon demons and practice human sacrifice?
The Chantry says whatever they think will scare us. What's wrong with blood magic? People don't like the idea of us controlling their thoughts, but they have no problem with us throwing fireballs in their wars. In Tevinter, the mages police themselves. It works.
Who are you?
Linnea. Just Linnea. Don't ask what Circle Tower I'm from, because we're done with that. We're all free mages now.
Why does everyone think we're part of the Chantry? We left the Chantry. They hate us.
Right. And I'm the Empress of Orlais.
Inquisition, huh? I wish to holy Andraste you'd gotten here sooner. These Tevinters make my shoulder blades itch.
You're not happy with this new alliance?
Something's not right about that lot. They're not like us. Magic or no, I'd rather count myself among decent folk than stand with Magisters.
How did the Grand Enchanter end up working with Tevinter?
1 minute, we were bracing for the Templars to attack. The next, we had a Magister ally. It was a stroke of luck that's given us an edge. In a way. Out of the frying pan.
Who are you?
Name's Talwyn. Formerly of the Circle of Magi in Hospital. Lived my whole life there. Since I was 10 years old and came into my magic. 3 meals a day. Quality education. A roof over my head. If you're not summoning demons, a mage tower's a fine place to be.
If you were happy in the Circle, why are you here with the rebels?
We're all rebels now. The vote saw to that. The majority wanted to dissolve the circles. The rest of us went with them or cut loose.
There are still some of us who are loyal in
I figured I'm better off with my fellow mages than on my own.
Goodbye.
Be careful. The Tevinters likely aren't happy you're asking questions.
Magister Alexius wishes only mages to remain in Redcliffe. He will approve of you. He does not approve of me. Many villagers have already left to escape his ire.
What does the Magister have against you?
He does not like to be reminded of what mages can become. He says all Tranquil must leave Redcliffe, but who would take us in?
You're one of the Tranquil.
Yes, my talent for magic was insufficient to protect me from demons. Rather than risk me becoming possessed, the Circle removed my connection to the Fade. My magic is gone, along with my dreams and desires. Those now in Redcliffe prefer not to see us.
How long have the Tevinters been here?
Magister Alexius arrived at nightfall, 2 days after we retreated from the Temple of Sacred Ashes. He forced anyone without magic out of the castle, save those he required to serve him. Even the Arl was sent away.
Farewell, then.
One moment. You are a member of the Inquisition, are you not? I am an alchemist. You must require potions. If the Magister will not have me here, perhaps I can offer my services.
We would be delighted to have you working for the Inquisition.
Thank you. While one lives, it is good to believe there is still a use for one's talents.
All right.
You're from the Inquisition. I didn't think you'd still be here. Were you really looking to ally with us?
Is that so hard to believe?
Everyone blames us. The Templars left the Chantry too. That's worse, isn't it? They took an oath. Yet everyone calls it the Mage Rebellion. We're the ones they hate. What choice did we have? Stay and be slaves?
There are better ways than war to effect change.
I hope you can do something. Tying ourselves to Tevinter. That can't be the right way to end this.
You don't approve of the Grand Enchanter's decision?
I was there when we voted to leave the Circle. She really seemed to care what we wanted. She was ready to rebel, but she wasn't going to unless it was the will of all mages. It's hard to believe she'd go behind our backs and sell us to the Magisters.
How long has Magister Alexius been here?
A day or two after. After the Conclave, he arrived. Come to save us from the wrath of the Templars, they said. But this doesn't feel like safety.
You seem young to be part of this.
I'm Lisas. I came into my magic when I was 9 years old. Templars came into the alienage and took me to the Circle. They didn't even let me say goodbye. It's not right. I studied hard. I passed my harrowing. I sing the chant. But I'll be locked up for the rest of my life.
Take care of yourself. There's something strange going on.
I never thought the Grand Enchanter would swear to a Magister.
Now we meet another great character.
Good. You're finally here. Now help me close this, would you? Fascinating. How does that work exactly? You don't even know, do you? You just wiggle your fingers and boom. Rift closes.
Who are you?
Ah, getting ahead of myself again, I see. Dorian of House Parvus, most recently of Minrathous. How do you do?
Let one Tevinter in. Suddenly they're scurrying out of all the walls like roaches.
Now, I'm ever so much more handsome than a cockroach. Magister Alexius was once my mentor, so my assistance should be valuable, as I'm sure you can imagine.
Are you a Magister?
All right, let's say this once. I'm a mage from Tevinter, but not a member of the Magisterium. I know Southerners use the terms interchangeably, but that only makes you sound like barbarians.
I was expecting Felix to be here.
I'm sure he's on his way. He was to give you the note, then meet us here after ditching his father.
Alexius couldn't jump to Felix's side fast enough when he pretended to be faint. Is something wrong with him?
He's had some lingering illness for months. Felix is an only child, and Alexius is being a mother hen, most likely.
You're betraying your mentor because...
Alexius was my mentor. Meaning he's not any longer. Not for some time. Look, you must know there's danger. That should be obvious even without the note. Let's start with Alexius claiming the allegiance of the mage rebels out from under you. As if by magic, yes? Which is exactly right. To reach Redcliffe, before the Inquisition, Alexius distorted time itself.
If there was a way to turn back time, the Dalish would have used it long ago.
Manipulating time itself? Many have attempted over the ages, but never once succeeded.
The rift you closed here. You saw how it twisted time around itself, sped some things up and slowed others down. Soon, there will be more like it, and they'll appear further and further away from Redcliffe. The magic Alexius is using is wildly unstable, and it's unraveling the world.
You're asking me to take a lot on faith.
I know what I'm talking about. I helped develop this magic. When I was still his apprentice, it was pure theory. Alexius could never get it to work. What I don't understand is why he's doing it, ripping time to shreds just to gain a few hundred lackeys.
He didn't do it for them.
Took you long enough. Is he getting suspicious?
No, but I shouldn't have played the illness card. I thought he'd be fussing over me all day. My father's joined a cult, Tevinter Supremacists. They call themselves Venatori. And I can tell you one thing. Whatever he's done for them, he's done it to get to you.
Why would he rearrange time and indenture the Mage Rebellion just to get to me?
They're obsessed with you, but I don't know why. Perhaps because you survived the Temple of Sacred Ashes.
You can close the rifts. Maybe there's a connection. Or they see you as a threat.
If the Venatori are behind those rifts or the breach in the sky, they're even worse than I thought.
Alexius is your father. Why are you working against him?
For the same reason Dorian works against him. I love my father, and I love my country. But this? Cults? Time magic? What he's doing now is madness. For his own sake, you have to stop him.
It would also be nice if he didn't rip a hole in time. There's already a hole in the sky.
All this for me? And here I didn't get Alexius anything.
Send him a fruit basket. Everyone loves those. You know you're his target. Expecting the trap is the first step in turning it to your advantage. I can't stay in Redcliffe. Alexius doesn't know I'm here, and I want to keep it that way for now. But whenever you're ready to deal with him, I want to be there. I'll be in touch. Oh, and Felix, try not to get yourself killed.
There are worse things than dying, Dorian.
You think they're right? Alexius is setting a trap for us.
Ugh, a Magister trap. I bet they'll be talking.
All right, back to Haven for a bit. Okay.
Now that we've got better maps.
Oh, can you now?
Fine, forget I said anything. You found growling at everyone but your dog.
So we got this apprentice armor at 74. Vivian. Let's check her. She's got 81, but this apprentice armor might do her better. Let's see what we can craft first. Let's see, Varric.
Right.
Let's check Cassandra.
You need something?
Let's see.
Let me know. Good.
Actually, that ring would not be good for her.
The Inquisition scouts are getting all of Master Dennett's best tools.
Have you seen Enchanter Vivienne? That's the picture of what a circle mage should be.
She looks like a noble. It's
It is not arrogant to be unafraid.
With passionate breath does the darkness creep. It is the
Thank you for all that you are doing to her.
Apothecary Adon wanted
We
to
can
know
use
when you
that.
might be able to provide the materials he needs. I asked Adon not to rush us. Demon essence is dangerous.
We'll post soldiers a safe distance from the temple.
our best guess at safe anyway.
Let us begin.
To work?
All right. Um. Ah, awesome. Alright, may as well look for some bears. Ah, there goes a bear. Perfect.